Hey, here's a thought. How about this? Uh, let's just say that for the most part, most people work their ass off to be a part-time parent to their home, whether you rent or think you're owning. Um, let's just say, okay, you work, say, 18 hours a day. You come home, you eat a little something, you go to sleep, and you leave the next day. You do that 5, maybe 6 days a week. Spend one day in the home that you're paying for out the nose, by the way. I mean, rent is so bad. You know, you're paying anywhere between $1,100 to $1,300 just to rent an apartment so that you can sleep somewhere. Does anybody other than myself find this disturbing? That you pay so much money to sleep somewhere occasionally, uh, and cook occasionally, uh, to be somewhere temporarily, pretty much. Is it me, or do you find something weird about that? This is why I said, they got us so busy working and slaving for the man that nobody even takes the time to say, hey, you know what? I pay way too much to sleep somewhere, for a night. I mean, break it down. How much does it cost for a hotel? Say for 7 days. You're not going to pay that much, but you're still paying an awful lot of money a month just to sleep somewhere and probably park your car. It's just a thought. It may or may not make sense, but that's okay, because I know what I'm talking about. Or I know what I mean anyway. I just find it weird that we have to pay, say, $1,200 a month to, sleep somewhere. And, or in some people's cases, raise a family. Or what they think they're going to raise a family until your son or daughter, or son and daughter, uh, or just your sons or just your daughters. I mean, however, your kids. Okay, uh, that's all going to family's going to get fucked up the minute they start the education process. And it is a process. It's a 12-year process, and it gets worse every fucking year. I mean, it doesn't really matter how much you instill in a child family values. You still feel like you're preaching to the choir. So it's getting pretty bad. I mean, kids nowadays, and let me put it this way. Uh, my stepdaughter decided to announce that she was watching something, and I'm probably sure she puts her faith in it, but and she says that adolescence is almost null and void. Like, kids don't have to go through adolescence; that it's meaningless. And what that brings to my mind is the whole pedophile ring, so that it's legal for a grown adult to get it on with a kid, pretty much. Because if you're a child till you're 10, and from 10 to 17 you're adolescent. From 17 and up, you're 17 to 21 legally, supposed legally, you're a young adult, and from 21 and up, you're an adult. Okay, so now they want to cut out, the adolescent part, and go from kid to adult, or young adult. Consenting adult is what they're after, and that's why they brought up the minimum wage. so that these kids want to go to work and to say, well, fuck school because I'm really not learning anything anyway. I might as well just, go to work. I can read and write and count. Well, as long as I can do that, I'm good. And fuck knowledge, fuck anything that's got to do with actuality in life. And I don't really need my parents anymore. So, the way the world is getting pretty sick. And, that's just my thought on it. So, again, I appreciate you paying attention to, this video. Even if you only go through it for like a minute or so. Okay? All right. Thanks.